Well, a lot of people are interested in this topic anyway, so we're going to talk about it. So in today's conversation, I want to talk to you about Navy Federal credit cards, and I want to share with you 7 proven hacks that always get you approved. I'm talking about proven hacks that always get you approved. I want you to stick around till the end of today's conversation. You're going to love it. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great and blessed as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about Navy Federal credit cards, 7 proven hacks that always get you approved. Okay, the first hack is pre-qualification offer. So a pre-qual offer. Even if credit cards in general, when you have credit cards pre-qualifications in general, don't mean guaranteed approvals, a pre-qual offer from NFCU boosts your approval odds. Okay, so what I'm trying to say here is that if you get a pre-qual offer from them, you might not get the 25 grand you want or the 15,000 limit that you need or whatever, but you will get something. Okay, so anytime you actually get an offer from them, you want to go ahead and accept the offer. Again, I don't care if you have a FICO score of 800 or you have a FICO score of 825. It doesn't matter. Nobody rejects a credit card offer from Navy Fed. You know why? Because you never know. You never know. And the cool thing is that you can always get the card and not put any charge on it. But you know the money's there because you never know. This life is complicated. Sometimes it can be really, really crazy. So you never reject a pre-qual offer from them. And you don't lose anything, right? Because you're not getting a hard pull. You're having a soft pull. So your credit score is not really, is not going to be decimated, okay? So this is important. So when we talk about the difference between credit card pre-qualification and credit card pre-approval, the difference is there is a minor difference, okay? Pre-qualification suggests that Navy Fed has done an initial review of your credit score, of your credit history or financial information and determined that you have a good chance of approval if you apply for their credit card. That's for pre-qualification. Pre-approval suggests that Navy Fed has run your credit and given you a thumbs up. But usually they don't do pre-approval for credit cards. They do pre-approval for loans, mortgage, all that kind of stuff, okay? So, and credit card pre-qualification, once again, does not hurt your credit. It does not decimate your credit. So don't be scared about that, okay? And the thing is that you're not guaranteed approval, but hey, listen, if you don't try, you'll never know. So big decision time, big decision time. The first hack that always gets you approved is a pre-qual offer. Have you received a pre-qual offer from Navy Fed lately? That's the question to you. I'm asking you. Because if you did, I want your ass right now to accept it. Either you go to a branch or you just mail it to them or whatever you have to do, and you just let the process run itself out. The second hack that always gets you approved is when you have an income hike. This is a good one. See, the thing is you gotta systematically inform NFCU if your income went up. Okay, I'm talking about a raise at work. Let's say you have a new job. Okay, you have a new job. You went from $50,000 to $60,000 or 75 grand. So you want to systematically inform. You have to notify them about your income hike. Okay, and even better, you want to show proof, and you want to ask them to update their records. If they update their records, what will happen here is that the algorithm, because there is an algorithm, the algorithm at the Navy Fed will actually pick up the fact that you have now a higher income. And you know what? You know why? The good thing is when you have higher income, you have a lower DTI, because you know if the income is high but the expenses are the same, your DTI goes down and your net worth also goes up. All things held constant. Okay, so if you have a new job, you're making more money, or you have a raise in your current job, I want you to notify Navy Fed, again, I'm insisting on the word systematically. It has to become second nature, reflexively, systematically. It has to become second nature for you. Okay. Now, have you received a bonus at work? Are things getting better, getting rosier for you on the financial side? Talk to me about that, boss. Okay, when you have this sort of a raise, I want you to notify Navy Fed at this. If you have you received a huge dividend payments, are you an investor that you are basically making money these days? You want to notify them, because you know what? Life goes through cycles. You have ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. So when you are up, you need to notify them, okay, so that they actually put in their records that you are up. Have you received some lottery winnings? Yeah, a lot of people win lotteries and they just forget to update their income. I mean, this might not be income, a regular income, but it's still income, because it is part, because you're going to pay taxes on that income if you haven't already, before they give you before they give you the lottery winnings anyway. Okay, have you received some kind of inheritance at work? So what I'm trying to say here is that any windfall will do, any hike in your income, you need to inform NFCU. And so this is the second hack. This is the second proven hacks that always gets you approved if you have the proper information about your income in their system, because they will look at you as somebody who has a better financial status than before. Very important. The third hack that always gets you approved is when you have a high FICO. So if your FICO score recently went up for whatever reason, you want to go ahead and apply. Okay. I mean, sometimes you can have a low FICO score, but this is not because you have been irresponsible financially. It's just because you have errors. You have derogatory items on your FICO score, on your FICO reports. You have a lot of items that were not supposed to be there in the first place. So when you actually when you send dispute letters, if you are successful in your dispute process, you would see that your FICO score can go up by like 100 points or 75 points. And this is where the juice is at. This is where the juice is at, because you're able to actually have a high FICO score. And it's the same thing. You want to contact Navy Fed and inform them that your FICO score went up. You have to be proactive here, okay? Because the thing is, a lot of people, they wait for the moment when they want to apply for a credit card or loan or whatever to actually let the lender, in this case Navy Fed, run a hard pull on their credit. But if you are proactive, let's say you have a service such as Credit Karma, or if you have a credit card with Navy Fed, you have access to your credit score, you want to notify them. You can say, listen, my credit score went up by 200 points or 100 points. I just want to let you know that, I'm better now. Well, and you want the rep to actually update your records. And again, there is a powerful Navy Fed algorithm that will go into that actually crawls members' data all the time. And they will pick up the fact that you are no longer at 625, that you are now at 750, or you are now at 775. And there is a big difference, super big difference, between a FICO score of 625 or 775 for that matter. Okay, so it's really important. So you need to be in a position where not only you're checking your credit score constantly, you are making your payments on time, you are building a solid credit history, and you are keeping your credit card balances low, right? We need to lower the DTI. We need to lower the CUR, the credit utilization ratio. Okay. And we need to constantly also monitor our credit score, our credit reports, so that if there is a mistake, somebody's playing games with your name, with your good name, or with your social, because you have been quote unquote victim of identity theft, you can actually nip the stuff in the bud. You can nip that little error in the bud, so that you actually have a higher FICO score. You always have a high FICO score. The fourth thing I want to talk to you about is the low CUR. This is important. This is a proven hack that always gets you approved. If you can maintain a low CUR, boy, you're gonna be approved all the time. All right. Normally everybody tells you, well, a CUR, a percentage around 30% is good. But if you can maintain this around 20%, or even single digit, you are going to be approved all the time. So my point is if your CUR dropped significantly, I mean, I'm talking about dropping like crazy recently, for whatever reason, you want to go ahead and apply. But first, I want you to notify Navy Fed. The thing is, you might be thinking, well, why should I just notify them about events in my financial life? See, that's the funny thing. That's the kind of gem we drop on this show, and it's not conventional. You don't hear this kind of advice from people. Why should you notify Navy Fed if my DTI goes down, if my CUR goes down? Listen, members of our team have on average 30 years of experience in this credit game. It is a game. We are members ourselves of Navy Fed, Penn Fed, okay, Service, Andrews, and you're talking about USAA. So those are the top 5 military financial institutions in the United States. We've been playing this game for 30 years, more than 30 years. And we just sharing with you the things you have to do. Okay, you have to notify them. You have to be proactive. Anytime there is a significant change in your financial picture, and again, it has to be positive though. So when you have a drop on CUR, when you have a drop on DTI, when it comes to your debt to income ratio, I'll speak about that later on. When you have a drop, you constantly have to notify them. And the thing is, don't think that they're not actually taking notes. They are taking notes. They are updating their records. Okay, so you want to be in a position where you lower your CUR systematically and reflexively. Pay down your balance early. Decrease your spending. Live within your means. Okay, you want to pay off your credit card balances with a personal loan if possible. Yeah. Okay. Increase your credit limits if you can. Open a new credit card and don't close unused credit cards. Okay, so the bottom line is what? Credit cards. They are quintessential when it comes to lowering your credit utilization ratio. So you got to have a strategy when it comes to actually reducing your CUR. And we're talking about short term, but also long term. I want to talk to you now about direct deposit. Direct deposit is hack number 5 when it comes to getting you approved, always, all the time. Okay, and you want to set direct deposit with Navy Federal, and you want to wait for 3 months before applying for a credit card. Okay, at least 3 months. Okay, this is important. Why? Because you want to give them some time to analyze your data, to see that you're making money, to analyze your cash inflows, to realize that, hey, listen, maybe this person's, they have a good DTI, they have a good CUR because their income is going up. It's important when we talk about direct deposit, we are speaking about cash flow transparency. Okay, cash flow transparency, having visibility into your cash flows. Navy Fed actually has the opportunity to have a window, to create a window, to open a window into your cash flow, at least a partial window, because they can see that you are making money maybe every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, and whatnot. Okay, and as I've said on this show and other shows, direct deposit has a trifecta of benefits. Always has a trifecta of benefits. First of all, you have income verification. In other words, they know, hey, this person is making money. Okay, is making money, and maybe they are making $2,000 every 2 weeks, or $4,000 every 2 weeks, or $5,000 every 2 weeks. So the income is verified. Your income is verified. Then you have employment verification. In other words, you are being paid by someone. Okay, this company agrees to pay you. In other words, you are employed. They're not giving you freebies every 2 weeks. No, you must be employed. So Navy Fed does not need to ask for an employment verification letter because they already see your direct deposit. And the third leg of this trifecta is your pay frequency. So you've been paid every 2 weeks or every week or every month. Okay, because they see the direct deposit. They see that your cash is coming in every 2 weeks. So they know you are on a bi-weekly payroll. Okay, and direct deposit does a very great job because it contributes to your MPR, which is quite essential, really. Okay, it is paramount. I mean, your multi-product relationship with Navy Fed is paramount, very important. Okay, so money. Boss, what is your strategy in terms of direct deposit? Do you have direct deposit with Navy Fed? Or are you thinking about doing it? You have to seriously think about that. Very important. I'll be right back. Right after this, don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation today about 7 proven hacks that always get you approved when we talk about Navy Fed credit cards. And the hack number 6 that always gets you approved, debt payoff. Yeah, apply after you have paid off a significant debt. If you just paid off, let's say, a huge debt of $25,000 or $30,000 or $10,000, whatever it is, based on your financial situation, you can apply for a credit card right after. You know why? Because your credit score is just high. But you want to wait though. You want to wait for the debt payoff, the payoff to be reported. In other words, you want the lender to report a $0 balance to the credit reporting agencies before you apply for a credit card from Navy Fed, if that's what you want. Okay, it's really important because that's when your FICO score is the highest, because very soon it will start going down again, because FICO scores go down, they go up. You kind of have this cyclical nature of it. And so as soon as you just paid off your loan, give them a call, okay? And you are guaranteed, at least you are guaranteed that you have a higher chance of being approved. Okay. Now, obviously, there's no guarantee for approval, but there is a higher likelihood of you being approved. Okay. So but you can also have strategies in place where you are paying off debt faster. Okay. Pay more than the minimum. Let's say you have a mortgage or you have a personal loan, and the bank is telling you, hey, listen, we want you to send us $400 every month. Okay. Send $425. This ain't no biggie for you, or $410. But those extra $10 or $25, they constitute a very strong element in the long run, because you're gonna amortize the loan real fast, boy, real fast. Okay, daughter, I'm talking to you. Trying to pay more than once a month. Son, I'm talking to you. If you have credit cards and they're asking you, hey, listen, we want you to pay once a month, pay twice a month. Okay, if the minimum due is $100, pay $75 twice a month. That's $150. Okay, and that's really important. And pay off your most expensive loan first. Okay, and people have talked about the snowball method of paying off debt. That's kind of something important also, and we've heard a lot of experts talk about that. And keep track of bills and pay them in less time. So the whole thing is, you want to use technology to shorten the length of your loan. You can consolidate multiple debts. You can actually have reminders, so you know that on the 21st of the month, or the 23rd or 24th, I'm paying my credit card bills. Okay, so you want to actually centralize things, and you want to automate them. Hack number 7 that always gets you approved: if you have a low DTI. The DTI works in correlation with, there is a positive correlation with between your DTI and your CUR. They're not the same, they're distinct, but they're strongly correlated. Okay, and what I'm trying to tell you here is that your DTI if your DTI for whatever reason dropped like crazy recently, you want to go ahead and apply. But again, as I said before, you want to notify Navy Fed. Oh yeah, you want to notify them. And you want to tell the rep to actually update your records. Yeah. Now, they might ask you, how did you calculate your DTI? Well, you need to show them. You need to explain to them how you calculated your DTI. Okay. The important thing is that if you're not aware of the formula, DTI, debt to income ratio, means that you take your debt payments and you divide that by your income. And we're talking about your gross income, right? So this is something you can do. Everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. I don't care. You don't need a PhD in accounting to actually do that. So all you have to do, just sit down. You want to list in one column. You want to have 2 columns, right? One column, you just list your debt payments, excluding your mortgage, and then in the other column, you just put your income items: money. So you have cash inflows and cash outflows, and you just take your debt payments. I'm talking about credit cards, auto loans, student loans, and whatnot, and you just divide that by your income. That's your DTI right there. Okay. And the thing is that if you see anything below 30%, 25%, or 20%, this is really good. Then you have a great DTI. I mean, the lower the better. When it comes to DTI, the lower the better. Okay. And you can actually have a strategy in place where you are lowering your DTI, increase the amount you pay monthly towards your debt. Okay. This kind of goes back to what I said earlier about making payments more than once. Avoid taking on more debts, right? And you can also be in a position where you are postponing large purchases, so you are using less credit. It's all about what? It's all about living within your means. Okay, boss, you want to live within your means, and try to monitor your DTI. Okay, as often as you monitor your credit score. So recalculate your debt to income ratio monthly to see if you're making progress. So if y'all are interested in the DTI and the CUR, just drop us comments below. We just send you there are even websites that calculate your DTI automatically, so you don't have to do things manually yourself. Okay, so here is a winner strategy. Here's a winner strategy. You want to keep track of your DTI. You want to have a strategy. You want to have an Excel spreadsheet where you actually just input the data, and that data can change every month. It's a simple formula, right? It's debt payments divided by income. And you want to, and the sweet spot is anything below 30% is really good. Thank you so much for your attention to this conversation. I really appreciate that. I was talking to you about Navy Federal Credit Cards 7 proven hacks that always get you approved. So we have pre-qualification offer, income hike, high FICO, low CUR, direct deposit, debt payoff, and low DTI. Thank you so much. I really appreciate having you. God bless you. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.